Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 17 in our Journeyman series here on Football Coach College Dynasty. We have an exciting video today. We're going to get through um, the majority of our second season worth of games. We are ranked to start the season. So a lot of pressure with that. Our team is much improved from last year. Last year we won the Mountain West, so the bar is fairly high. I am excited to see what we can do this year. But first things first, as the title suggests, if you didn't watch last video, I highly recommend it just for the transfer portal shenanigans alone. But in those shenanigans, we got a five-star transfer. Redshirt freshman linebacker Bryson Koch, formerly of Alabama. Thankfully, Alabama only played him 4 games and then promptly redshirted him. He didn't even get any stats, so I can't even tell you which games he played in. But he is a redshirt freshman, 81 overall, A plus potential. You take that. Looking at his ratings, I mean, defensively, he is already perfect. If none of these numbers moved for like the next 3 years, I still wouldn't even be mad. The holes, I mean, physically, I'd like him to be a little bit quicker, a little bit stronger, but you're splitting hairs at this point. Defensively, he's just like the perfect linebacker. And credit to Alabama. I mean, obviously, he left them when they redshirted him, but I mean, the red shirt paid dividends. His tackling went up by 12 since he was a recruit. Pursuit went up by 10. IQ went up by 10. Really, overall, great development here to that point where he's rated also as a 79 corner and an 81 overall safety, which is kind of funny. At the moment in my depth chart, he is second behind Cooper Hale. I am deferring to the senior linebacker. I think depending on how our defenses look in these first few games, I may move Bryson to that starting spot. Other than that, I think if you look at our overall talent, we are 24th in offense, 19th in defense, which is a worlds ahead of what we were last year. Let me pull up the numbers really quick. Last year, we were 26 in offense, 70th in defense. So defense, we're getting a pretty decent bump here, going up 4 talent, which really, really good. Our biggest weaknesses are punting. And, if your team's biggest weakness is punting, you're set. I think going into the season, the two big question marks are our running back room, which it must be said is the one room that has gotten worse objectively. Keaton Peters, I am pretty confident in a number one back. Garrison, I think, as a number two will be fine. Then there is a massive drop off to Dennis Jordan, who, I mean, his ball skills are fine. He can't really block. His speed is a 70, which for a running back makes me want to weep and then die. Even regardless of, I know Dennis Jordan, he has that promise to get 50 carries. If he's really, really struggling, I may give Byron Schwartz some run. And even though his speed isn't that much better, his strength is, and that might just make the difference. Also, subtly, Johnny Sweeney might get some reps. He has 89 ball carrier vision and 80 evasion. So he might be an option to throw in there for some runs just to see what he can do. But I think running back, pretty big question. If one of Keaton or Garrison get injured, we're in big trouble. And then the second big question is a very good problem to have. It's how many, and I guess my depth chart will illustrate this better, how many of my red shirt mid 70 overall corners are going to openly rebel against being redshirted? I think the one that will rebel is Gavin Wren. who wants to be a star, 4-star prospect. Um, if he complains, I might, depending on how Braden Reyes is playing, rip off Ren's red shirt and put him in there. But then you're getting probably what, like around 20% snap rate? It might not even be enough. My plan, though, really, if any of them rebel and want to transfer, is just promise them snaps because I am losing my top 4 corners after this year. So my literal plan is I'm losing these 4, and I'm going to replace most of them with these 4. So that's kind of where my head's at. Sean Cody, Gavin Wren are definitely going to be starters next year. Evan Foster, I would like to see a bit more man coverage ability. Definitely needs more IQ, but we'll see how that all plays out. So those I would say are my big 2 question marks heading in. How will the running back room do after losing my wonderful All-American Mountain West Player of the Year darling? Long may he reign. The fact that he got drafted even is amazing because usually running backs just don't. And then the second question is just what happens to my cornerback room? It could lead to chaos. Who knows? So let's get into the season. So going into it for scheduling, I wanted to keep one of the out of conference contracts that I had to finish out, and that's Pitt. So we played Pitt last year. We're going to play him again this year. Last year, there was definitely a quicker way of me finding this information. Last year, we beat them 44-33. It was one of our rare shootouts that we had against the team. And so I'm pretty confident we'll be able to beat Pitt again, especially since it looks like on paper their team has gotten a little bit worse. So we'll see how that goes. We open against Penn State. The only reason I have scheduled Penn State, and for those of you that watched 2 streams ago will know, is that Penn State made the playoffs last year as the 12 seed. They made it despite having a 9-3 record and 0 ranked wins. 0. Not only that, their 3 out of conference opponents were a UCF team that finished sub 500, a New Mexico State team that finished 2-10, and a Georgia Southern team that finished 1-11. That was their out of conference opponents. My out of conference opponents were ranked Stanford, number 2 OSU, and number 17 Pitt. And yet, for reasons unknown to God and man, the committee decided that we were worthy of the 13th seed. So we missed out on the playoff and instead were relegated to the Holiday Bowl, where we promptly beat Army by double digits. So I'm a little bitter about that. And so, priority number 1 is kicking Penn State's face in. I also acknowledge this could backfire, and if we lose this game, we're probably not going to be ranked. So be it. Let's look at Penn State. So their quarterback is Kyler Mallory, who was their backup last season and threw a grand total of 5 passes. He seems pretty good. It must be said. Looks like he can maybe run, so that could be something to keep an eye on. Their running back room is nice. You hear Coates. You hear Coates. I feel like I had a running back in my Purdue Clemson save named Year Coates. I'll have to check on that. That is suspicious. Any hoodle. Penn State might beat us by double digits. They're favored by 4.5, or we might steal it. Who knows? But I'm ready to find out. Penn State has 1 recruit visiting, wide receiver Jeremy House. Let's rock and roll. I am mentally prepared for both sides of the outcome if we are clearly the worst team and we get demolished, or who knows, maybe we take them. We are going to defer either way and just see how easy their defense, or their offense rather, scores a touchdown on us, because who knows? They have already gotten a 49-yard pass. I tried the Thunder Smoke Blitz to start, y'all. It didn't work. It failed. Failed. Now they're at the 8. Well, it took them 4 plays to get in the end zone. This seems to have backfired. But I have faith in our offense, and so clearly everything will be fine. I know that says Keaton Peters lost a yard, but if I just ignore it, it won't have happened. Ooh, we converted on 3rd and 11. Thank you, Raymond Norman, for bailing me out. I'm going to try more of an option game this season compared to last season. I'm essentially going to force that role onto Drew Duncan and just hope he can do it, is essentially where I stand. Garrison gets in the end zone. We tie it up 7-all. This has the makings of a shootout, and they got 54 yards. I'm just not blitzing ever again. I think that has to be the conclusion that I come to. That just we can't blitz ever again. Can't do it. Can't do it. They are shotgun out of the empty, which means it's probably a run, but just in case it's not, where is my linebacker zone blitz? Send it down. They got me in the. Well, this it's going to be a high scoring game. Probably not great for my defense to open against Penn State, but it's fine. We had to punt. That's less than fine. 3rd and 6. Nobody move. Could we get a 3 and out? No, don't be ridiculous. No, they converted on 3rd and 7 too. That tracks. We're already down 14. Which, I know what you're thinking, is probably what you expected. And you know what? It's kind of what I expected too. This is a little disappointing. 3rd and 3, I'm going to run it. And if I get 1 or 2 yards, I go for it on 4th down. Well, I got 0 yards. I'm still going to go for it, but that was hurtful. And Duncan got picked. Okay. I think the conclusion I am quickly coming to is that scheduling Penn State week 1 was ambitious and is likely going to throw off a lot of our defensive stats for like the whole year. But that is what it is. Let's see if we can get our offense going here. Immediately, Garrison goes backwards. Oh boy. I have a feeling this is going to be like the Ohio State game last year, where I just threw out like all of the stats from that game. Hey, Asher Donahue, 16 yards. And then Keaton Peters gets 0 yards. You got tackled by the corner? We're doing great. 3rd and 6, you say. Corner post never fails. It failed. It failed, everyone. It failed. I would just like to get a stop, please. Is that possible? Maybe. No. No, it's not. I forget. Do I have any goals against like 3rd down stops? No. Hold opponents to less than 240 passing yards per game. Well, this is going to throw that number off, ain't it? That actually could just lead to me not having a shot at getting it, but that is what it is. Because the number is going to be huge. 3rd and goal at the 5. Can we actually stop them? Now we're only down by 20, you see. The opportunity is there for the greatest comeback in the history of the world. Incompletion. You know what? I'm taking that as a sign. We're just going to run the ball. All right. So, early returns, not good, it must be said. I think the hope for the second half is we take longer drives, kind of whittle them down, get in the end zone, and just -3 yards. -3, Keaton. I'll punt. I was debating going for it, but I think I'll just punt. Hey, our defense forced a 3-and-out. Look at them. Look at them. Anyway, as I was saying before I was interrupted by my offense's foolishness, I think the goal of this half just needs to be take long drives, try to get in the end zone, good start, and then limit the damage. That's my current philosophy. There we go. Okay. We're in business now. Defense has gotten 2 straight stops. Odds are that doesn't happen again, so I really want to get in the end zone here. There we go. Drew Duncan, 16-yard scramble. I'm trying to get him more involved in the run game. Will it work? Probably not, but I can dream. I can have high hopes. There we go. Garrison gets us a first down. Dennis Jordan getting involved. Was that his first carry? Yes, it was. Welcome to the show, Garrison. There we go. I say welcome to the show. He gets the ball again and gets 1 yard. Oh, 3rd and 9. Where is my... Dagger is a deep pass, isn't it? Yep. Send it. What we also can't afford is to have our quarterback throw 2 interceptions. That, that's not good. I don't know if anyone has crunched the numbers on this, but I feel like the chance of winning goes down when you have multiple turnovers. You want to go 5 wide? You can go 5 wide. There we go. We forced a turnover on downs. See, now I'm kind of annoyed. Like, if we didn't have those 2 turnovers, what's the scoreline look like? On the other hand, I've seen what their defense has done almost every drive, and I am nonplussed. Hey, Drew Duncan, 8-yard run. Okay, we've cut the lead to 6. They've given me just enough hope that the 60-yard run they're about to rip off is going to just break my heart. That's essentially how I'm treating this. Ooh, 3rd and 10. Oh, they converted. That was probably our best chance to get out of it. Ooh. Oh boy, we have to drive. Okay, so we have to drive 98 yards and get in the end zone. Let us begin. Short passes only. There we go. We're at the 14. Okay. Could this be done? Maybe. The read option, a bold call, but it worked. The play action also worked. Could we do this? Could we upset them at the death? See, now I'm manifesting it, which means it's not going to go my way. Inside cross. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. I'm turning on shoe clock. Peyton Peters gets in the end zone. Matthews, please. How do we do it? Here we go. All right. They have 38 seconds, all of their timeouts. All right. Incompletion on the first. I'm not going cover. I'm not doing quarters. That's just a recipe for disaster. 4th and 1. I am not doing a free fire blitz. That would be insane. And they don't get it. Cooper Hale deflects the pass. We will kneel down, end the game. Look at that chart. Look at that. We outscored them 21-0. Are we the greatest team in the history of football? Wow. Imagine your Penn State. And that was at home for them, too. Oh, no. So they had a 98.7% chance of winning. And then even when we scored and got it to 6, it was still 97%. And then we just kept driving and driving and driving and driving. And then when we scored, it completely flipped. That's insane. Whew, it's been a while since I've had a game like that. We even turned it over twice. Like their entire second half, three and out, three and out, turnover on down, punt, and then turnover on downs. That is insanity. We came back from down 7-27 to win the game. Well, then, that'll do. Drew Duncan, admittedly, wasn't great. He threw the two picks. That's a bit shaky. They stopped our running game pretty good. Peters, 2.7 yards a carry. I hear that's not good. Norman was great. Got 10 receptions, 140 yards. He was targeted 14 times, which is crazy. Defensively, we only got the one sack, but that's more than we only had a one tackle for loss, and it was the sack. That's hilarious. And then again, another difference. They had to settle for 2 field goals. We got in the end zone every time. That'll do. We have upset Penn State. I feel like that vindicates that we should have been in the playoffs last year, but maybe that's just me. That's insane. We came back down 27-7. Wow. And then 3. We went down in the rankings? Okay. Let's put aside the fact that 3 of my starters on defense just got injured. We went down in the rankings? Duke beat a North Tech. I'm sorry. Oh, and Penn State only dropped by 1. How little opinion do you have of me, committee? I'm going to have to go undefeated. That's the only way around this. Okay, so Austin Horn is out for 2 weeks. I am going to rip the red shirt off of Gavin Wren, and he is going to be my 4th corner for these 2 games. I'm doing this for 2 reasons. One, of the corners I have redshirting, I think he's the most ready. Terrible tackling notwithstanding. 2, that'll get him a little bit of snap percentage to hopefully have him the chance of him complaining about playing time less. Okay, I also saw 2 defensive linemen get injured. Hendrickson 2 weeks, Wilkinson 1 week. Okay, so Wilkinson's 1 week. I'm just going to drop him all the way down. Honestly, I might do the same to Hendrickson, but no, he's too good. So I'm just going to move him down to 3. And then that means that Luke Butler, the redshirt freshman, is going to get some playing time here. Wilkinson can just have the week off. I'm cool with that. All right, well, we went down in the ranks. I'm so annoying. Like, what? Anyway. Okay, let me talk recruiting really quick. So we don't have a lot of needs going into next season. I think the big ones obviously is we need some good offensive line depth and defensive line depth. That's just kind of what we need. And then some extra helpful defenders wouldn't hurt. We are going after 1 5-star prospect, and it is a JUCO guy, Ezekiel Muhammad, who, he would immediately be like our number 1, maybe number 2 linebacker for us. The fact that his interest in OSU is so high is very frustrating, but that's fine. So he's pretty much the big get that we're interested in. Other than that, it's just your classic, decent overall, bad potential O-lineman. We have a lot of defensive guys I like. Let me look at QB really quick. So QB, I think there's 2 quarterbacks that I am going after, operating under the assumption I'm only going to get one of them. Jason Walters, it looks like I'm going to get. he is on this list solely because I just want to see how he develops and if he can become a great option quarterback because we don't really have that right now. Um, and he has a potential. I'll just scout him one more time. He has a potential, so could be worse. Um, Moses Liu is the other QB I'm going after. He's a 4-star guy. Problem is, he is more interested in Stanford than us, which could get annoying. But he's just a really solid QB prospect, I think. He's not mobile, which that's kind of why I'm not all that interested in getting him. But his IQ is already a 70, his accuracy is a 68. There's room for that to grow. Walters, buddy, you can show up. I mean, I think I'm going to get you anyway, so you can honestly show up in week 3. So, I mean, both of these QBs would be good gets. I'm just going to get Jason Walters because none of the other schools are really trying. So that's just kind of where I'm at. Other than that, I'm looking after some more high potential corners like Caden Bowers, a JUCO corner. Could really help out all the redshirt freshmen that are going to play. I like him a lot. Johnny Huber, the wide receiver, already is decent at catching. His athleticism needs a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. But already not too shabby. It looks like I can schedule a visit with Jameson Poe, in which case, ooh, Louisville's ranked right now. That's cool. Yeah, you can show up to the Louisville game, buddy. Anyone else want to schedule? Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Hey, Manuel Haynes, and since UNLV is on his list, you can show up there. But yeah, I'm not doing anything too crazy with recruiting this time around. I have a shorter list. I'm only looking at about 20 guys, of which I'm ahead on 16 of them. So I'm not trying to play catch up that much. I think last year I tried to play catch up on a handful of recruits, and it just kind of came back to bite me. So outside of guys like Brody Stevenson, who his potential is terrible, but he's already okay strength and decent run blocking. Davinois, which, he's there solely because his potential is a B minus, and my tight end room needs all the help I can get. But those are really the only guys I'm chasing after. Everything else, it's high potential, like running back Nehemiah Brewer. Looks like he'll be something special, and then just hoping and praying the rest of the way. But that is essentially where I'm at the moment. So I think big priorities are restocking O-line, D-line, and corner, and then adding bits and pieces everywhere else. All right, well, we beat Penn State, and our reward was to drop in the rankings, which seems a bit harsh. But now we go up against Wyoming, who beat Iowa State week 1. Okay, credit to them. Looks like their run game leaves much to be desired, but they got a good quarterback, Jaden Hinkle, was their starter last 2 years. Okay. He looks decent. Ooh, he is a cannon. Okay. So in that case, my focus is going to be stopping their downfield passing and working on our running game because last week that left a bit to be desired. I forgot to say this at the beginning, but the athletic director expectations is win at least 8 games. I expect us to do that anyway, just from our in-conference games alone, to be honest. And then player promises, our kicker, Andres Matthews, wants to play in 10 games because I redshirted him last year. And then running back Dennis Jordan wants 50 carries. And then booster objectives, our diamond is to force 6 fumbles. Gold, beat San Diego State. We also have a bronze for that as well. Silver is win 9 games. And then another bronze, have a linebacker earn all conference. And then finally, hold opponents less than 240 yards per game. So I went for a lot more hard and medium challenges to try to get more money, as opposed to some of the easier ones. Dennis Jordan needing 50 carries. We might have to massage things a little bit to make that happen. Garrison, how many carries did you get last year? He got 84 as the third running back, so that should sort itself out. We're favored by 10.5 points. Wyoming has JUCO running back Joe Wilkes showing up, who honestly, I was about to say he doesn't look that bad. Then I saw the F plus speed. Would you be interested in coming to me? Not really. Same as the others. All right. So far in the save, Fresno State has beat Wyoming 3 out of 3 times. But that was the AI, so maybe I'll come in here and just mess the whole thing up. Who am I kidding? We just let a 21 unanswered points against Penn State. I'm on top of the world. And Phoenix Roberts with a 40-yard kickoff return. That is a good start. Wow. I rarely see free safety blitz, but okay. Okay. 3rd and 5, chuck it deep. Surprise him. It feels rude to waste a 40-yard kickoff return, but I suppose I shall punt. Ooh, they run the pistol. Finally, a worthy opponent, Peyton Hendrickson with the sack. Their QB can't really run, which means I'm going to do too high safety more often than not. Need to get the running game going. Duncan immediately got sacked. It's fine. The wide corner will work this time. See? Garrison with the touchdown run. We're up 7-0. Really quick point of order. Garrison is my short yardage back because, firstly, he's the biggest of the starting running backs. Secondly, his ball security is a 98. And thirdly, his strength is an 87. So even though he's not my number 1 running back like Keaton Powers is, he's still my short yardage guy. The safety blitz there when they did a bubble screen, that could have been horrendous. And they punt. Why would I do 4 verts from my own 5-yard line? Can you imagine? That would go so well. All right, we're just going to run the ball a bit. Doing pretty good. We're at the 7. Let's bust out an option. It's about time I artificially killed our momentum. I can't make this up if I try. Duncan fumbles, and they recover. Oh, boy. Engage 8. Send it. It worked. All right. Jaden Warren with the tackle for a loss. Thank you, sir. Let's try to not fumble. That's going to be our goal. There we go. Harrison Pearson, who got the big rating boost from last season. I'm keeping shoe clock on, even though the clock's kind of winding low, just because of how this drive is currently looking. Yeah, field goal. And Andres Matthews makes his first field goal of the year. Good for him, because his freshman year, those were a problem. I have a minute left. All of my timeouts. Let's try some up tempo. Never mind. Immediately sacked. We're just going to put shoe clock back on and run the ball a couple times. Wow. From 3rd and 11 to 4 and 4. Not bad. All right. Wyoming does start with the ball. And I mean, it's only a 10-point game. But our defense so far is batting 1,000 as Luke Butler gets a tackle for a loss. Dennis Jordan had the first carry. Scenes. And then we punt. Oh, that had such promise. They did 4 verts and burned me. How dare they? Play action boot. Oh, it worked. Man, Keaton Peters is not having a good time right now. Let's try to run it a little bit. Garrison gets 13. Dennis goes backwards. And then he gets 0 yards. That tracks. But then Ian Fox with the touchdown, 17-0. The way our defense is playing, that should be enough, even if they get a really big play. Nah, yeah, they have 84 passing yards and 28 rushing yards. That'll do. But we really, man, Keaton Peters is kind of worrying me. We punt. Not great, but our defense gets another 3-and-out. Garrison goes backwards. Then he gets me a yard. Good. Defense gets another stop. There we go. The run game has finally arrived. Or at least Keaton Peters' contribution. Dennis Jordan, 8 yards. At this point, I mean, I'm honestly just running it the whole time to kill some clock because I'm always worried about, a team getting a big 50-yard pass against us, and then all of a sudden it's a closer game. There we go. Harrison Peters, 16-yard pass. Garrison in the end zone, 24-0. That should do it. Emphasis on should. Parker Williamson with the sack. They punt. Byron Short now getting involved since we are up by 24. We shall punt once again. The backups are in on defense. And they are getting smoked right now. But Javon Branch with the sack. And then Leo Wilkinson with another sack. Wow, we've really gotten to the quarterback here. Gavin Wren. I remove his red shirt and he gets the pick. Fair enough, kid. Fair enough. Oh, that's actually awesome. All right, we'll let the clock run out. We shut out Wyoming 24-0. Very good performance. The running backs did okay. Keaton Peters, though, I'm a little nervous about. Special shout out on defense. Oh, to true freshman Gavin Wren getting involved with a pick there at the end. I mean, yeah, their QB was sub 50% completion percentage. Their starting running back, 11 carries, 11 yards. Like, that'll do. I can't wait for us to drop in the rankings to 19th. Then we went up to, okay. Davenport getting injured is an actual problem. Also, I saw Wilkinson was playing even though he's injured, which is kind of funny. Just thinking how I want to move some stuff. That. Okay. Um, that's hilarious. So, yeah, Davenport is out for how long? 2 weeks? All right. Well, Brandon Estes is going to get a little bit of playing time, or do I want to go down to 7 alignment? Nah, let's give Brandon some playing time. Who cares? Who cares? I like how we beat Penn State, we go down in the rankings, we beat Wyoming, and we go up. Make it make sense, people. Ooh, I can schedule a lot of visits. Cool. Ezekiel Muhammad, him, I need to be late. He needs to be late because OSU, I hope they schedule him early. And then we'll be okay. Logan Pike, you can come to the pit game. Rodolfo Horn, you can. San Diego State being away this year is hurting me for some of these. I'm gonna start building out this Air Force game a little bit. So you guys can all come to Air Force. And then you can be UNLV. If I get another offensive guy there, get a little points. Oh, Lucas Yates, Wyoming was interested in you. You're welcome for making your decision easier. Oh boy. How many points is OSU's ace pitch? Oh, not even an ace. Their great pitch is 450. Oh, I'm gonna have to offer Ezekiel Muhammad so much money. Oh boy. Wow. Okay. Stanford already had their visit for Brody Stevenson. They lost to Cal, but because their college life bonus is so good, they get 420 points. However, our college life bonus is better. So we'll see how that shakes out. San Diego State. And put money down for Nehemiah Brewer. I like to wait, I think, until guys start getting close to committing to offer money so that I don't spend, more money than I have to. That said, I am tempted to offer Ezekiel Muhammad money like right now. I mean, I only get him for 2 years, but he would be so good. And I'm losing 2 starting linebackers next year. Yeah, Cooper and Eric. And Javon Branch, my number 1 linebacker off my bench. So I think there is definitely merit in offering him money. I mean, even if I offer him $1 million, it's still only 249 points. Well, that could get fun. All right, Boise State, you're 0-2. You lost to BYU, and then San Diego State smoked you. That's actually good for my repeat champion status, since Boise State's been one of the better Mountain West teams. But not in this save, evidently. That's a bit painful. Their quarterback, Jason Rush, who ironically can't really run. Make that what you will. Ah, he's a JUCO guy that they redshirted that first year. I like that the AI is doing that because during early access, you didn't really see that much, and a lot of JUCO guys just got like very little playing time. So that's good. Well, they're one of the worst teams in just about everything. So let's work on our running game and stopping their downfield passing. I did want to look. How many carries does Dennis Jordan got right now? 14. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. So he's on pace to get his 50. That's all I really care about. Well, we're projected to win by 16. I have 3 recruits visiting, including 4-star offensive lineman prospect Pierce Ray. So far in the sim, Fresno State's up on Boise State 2-1, but the Broncos took the most recent one. They call it tails. Dang, they know ball. It's gonna be tails. Yeah. It is heads. We shall defer. Oh boy. Sometimes it's silly doing the Thunder Smoke Blitz on the first play every time. And Rishi Webb with the forced fumble on James Cook. Okay. That'll do. That works. We are already at the 21. Send it. Didn't work. Oh, it did not work. But Keaton Pierce gets us 9 yards. 3rd and 5 at the 7. I'm going to run it and likely go for it on 4th down. Now, that statement was predicated on Keaton Peters getting literally any yardage whatsoever. Because I expected them to be in pass defense on 3rd and 5, and they were, but we still got 0 yards. Do I have an offensive line problem? Is that the issue? Do we think? Nice. Leo Wilkinson with the sack. We get the ball with pretty good field position again. 3rd and 4, I'm running it. Good call. I am not afraid to slant these guys into next week. There we go. Raymond Norman on the post route. Thank you. Touchdown. We're up 10-0. I don't even need to blitz. My linebackers just get there. That's legitimately, I think, one of the bigger improvements we'll have on defense is our linebackers are just better now. And so I won't need to be as aggressive on defense, which, if you were paying attention last year and looking at the numbers, we gave up a lot of big plays. Drew Duncan, 11-yard rush. Thank you, sir. That time it didn't work. Let us do an inside cross. Raymond Norman again. 17-0. Oh, is that their first down? Yes, that was their first down they got. Fair enough. What are they doing? Spread? I assume they're going to pass, but I'm going to blitz and linebacker all the same. They ran it. Good thing I blitzed because Cooper Hale got him, and they punt. All right, let's run the ball a little bit here. Drew Duncan, 20 yards scramble. That works. Play action. Play action also works. Hashtag analysis. Raymond Norman again. Have a day, sir. 7 catches, 88 yards, 3 touchdowns for the redshirt junior. I hear that's pretty good. Oh, I didn't engage 8 without thinking, and they burned it. Yep. That was silly. And they converted. 3rd and goal, 10. I am going to go zone. All right. They only get a field goal. However, that was silly of me. All right, we're going to go a little up-tempo. Try to get in the end zone, or at least field goal range. Though it's looking like end zone. Now I'm just going to switch down to normal, run a little run play, maybe a second one. Keaton Peters finds end zone 31. That works. And we get the ball to start the second half. Oh, Boise State. Oh, and then Drew Duncan with a 40-yard touchdown run. Excuse me? His speed's a 71. Okay. If we don't win the Mountain West this year, is it like the greatest disappointment based on early returns? Malik Greer with another sack. Ooh, they're going for it on 4th and 3. Respect. I'm blitzing. They do an RPO and they get me. Okay, fair enough. I like that they went for it there on 4th and 3. Now they found the end zone finally. How dare they? All right, now we're just going to run the ball. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Kill all the clock possible. Run the ball, run the ball. If you think I'm passing, you have another thing coming, game. Hi, Byron Short with the touchdown run as the backups are in. That was a hilarious drive. That took 9 minutes, and it was just run, 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 run. Oh, that was funny. All right. Backups are in on defense. Let's see what they got here. Oh, they convert. Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, that's a shame. I mean, the backups are still in, but still. Uh-oh. Our inside runs are nerfed. Time for outside runs and or a jet sweep that didn't work at all. 3rd and 7. Send it. Jaden Miles is in at QB, who he is the backup for a 2nd year in a row. And we punt. Hi, Larry Fisher with the pick 6. Good on the senior. We had put up 50 on Boise State, which is insane. They're doing so much RPO. It's actually crazy. But they don't go for a field goal or anything for pride, and we put up 52 on them. That'll do. So, a week after I expressed concern over the run game, they rattle off 300 plus yards and 7 yards a carry. I hear that's good. Drew Duncan, 15 of 18, 178 yards, 3 touchdowns, as well as 4 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown. This man is gunning for Mountain West QB of the Year, and I support it wholeheartedly. Norman with 8 carries, almost 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. Thank you, sir. Really well done by our defense. 7 tackles for a loss. Got a couple sacks in there. Really, really good performance. Matthews has yet to miss a kick. Did I just jinx him? Probably. I probably did, to be fair. Nothing will vindicate my decision to redshirt him more than if he's just better. Because the man went 6 for 11 on medium kicks his freshman year. And we drop in the rankings. Austin Horn is back. Hendrickson is back. Warren is down. Okay, let's deal with the D-line stuff first. So Warren, it's only 1 week. I'm just going to drop him all the way down. Hendrickson is going back up to number 1. Corner-wise, Gavin Wren, thank you for your service. You may now redshirt again. Austin Horn goes back to number 2. So in those 2 games, Gavin Wren, 2 tackles, a pick, 2 for 6 on targets. That works. That definitely works. What pass yards are we allowing? 230. Oh boy, that's going to be so close. Oh boy. I'm not worried, you're worried. Oh yeah, let me look at recruiting results. So we got 540 for Ray, Chase, and Walters. Just pretty good. Who's USC playing? They're playing Rutgers. USC is number 2 in the country? What'd they do last year? 10-4 made the quarterfinal? Well. Oh, come on. Anyone can beat this. Okay. I actually did not clock that they were that good. That is interesting. I'm starting to fall behind on some of these guys. Did San Diego State offer more money to Brewer? Do I want to offer money to Brewer? I mean, I kind of do. Like if I offer him just 400,000, that gets me an 1,100 point pitch. I'm cool with that. Because our running back succession plan is honestly pretty solid. But I think the issue I'm going to run into with regards to my running backs, just looking at it, is Garrison's gone after this year. So I might want to bring a transfer running back in. I think Kyle Stewart and Michael Ivey are both going to turn into decent running backs, but I'm still going to be missing that like top running back, especially after Garrison goes this year and Peters goes after next year. So it might just be a mismatch of running backs getting the ball next year, which, to be fair, might not be the worst thing in the world. All right, this year we have Hawaii. They're 1-2. They scheduled number 4 Baylor week 1. Respect for that. They beat Air Force and they lost to New Mexico. New Mexico 3-0. Are we seeing this? They have more wins this year than they got all of last year. Is this happening? New Mexico resurgence. I mean, I'm down. Trevin Fitzpatrick. Let's just say he's Ryan Fitzpatrick's son. So far this year, he's doing alright. Can't really run, though he should. I mean, his speed is Interesting that a guy with, at that point, 77 ball carrier vision barely got any strength boost the next 2 years. Well, in that case, we're going to work on our passing game, I think, this time around and stopping their passing game. They're 54th in the country in opposing rush yards per game, which isn't nothing. So we'll see how this goes. We're projected to win by 14. Hawaii has 7 players visiting, one of whom I'm quote unquote interested in, even though I'm really not. A 61 overall F minus potential tight end. Oh, Hawaii. So far in the sim, it's been a pretty even split. Hawaii beat Fresno State 2 times in a row, and then Fresno 3, including last year when I beat Hawaii 27-19. And that was a game where I believe I was on record saying our offense wasn't that great. It was just our defense locked him down. So we'll see if the same is true here. We will call tails as it never fails. See? We defer. All right. Wow. Here Martinez returns the kickoff 10 yards to the 8-yard line. I mean, I'm going to blitz. Like, send it. All right. Now they're in trips. I probably shouldn't blitz. They go empty on 3rd and 3. Fair enough. I'll bring the safety down again. Now they got it. How dare they? There we go. Kendall Vance with the tackle for loss. 3rd and 11. Oh, they converted again. Oy! And then they get 25 yards. Well, that escalated very quickly, guys. There we go. Shane Murphy with the pass deflection. And Rocco Lewis misses the 49-yarder. What a shame. Good time to do the Y corner when they do a fire blitz, to be fair. Oh, the play action boot works perfectly. 22-yard reception. And then Peters runs it in. We're up 7-0. Safety blitz. Didn't work. I miss having all hitches in my playbook. It was such a fun play. 3rd and 6, blitz. There we go. Braden Reyes with the pass breakup, the depth corner. He is in the 5th spot still, right? Yeah, cool. Okay. I just had to double check. I'm like, I didn't move someone to a wrong spot, did I? Just some running. Don't mind me. Fool him with the play action. We did not fool them with the play action. It must be said. Now we have to punt. Well, yep. We are now down 10-7. Not a good kickoff return from Phoenix. The play action game seems to be working decently well. We're making our way down the field. Making my way. Really, guys. Thank you, Garrison. That took so long at the 3-yard line to actually get in there. They're punishing our blitz a lot, which does kind of give me pause. But all in all, I'm not too worried. Yeah, the play action is what's helping us here. The AI still thinks I should be in normal, which I don't really understand. Actually, at this point, I'm only at the 20. I won't. There we go. Walter Leonard, the tight end, with the touchdown pass. We're up 21. And the defense gets the stop. You know what? Yeah, let's see if we can field goal range. By the time I finished my sentence, Norman fumbled and they recovered it. Less than ideal. But Rocco Lewis misses the 54-yarder. I guess they were out of timeouts, but Figured they would have tried to run something. Okay, well, we get the ball to start second half, which is good. Again, our offense, we're doing pretty good. I think our run game is still fairly inconsistent. Here's a question. I answered my own question. Oh boy. Send a blitz. There we go. Peyton Hendrickson sacks Fitzpatrick. They tried to do a play action. The fools. And then I do a jet sweep that gets 0 yards and a halfback dive that also gets 0 yards. I'll run the mesh. Didn't work. All right. They have the ball with pretty good field position, but they don't need it. They take a deep shot when I do Thunder Smoke. And it's a 4-point game. Bad timing on that blitz. But now we're just going to run the ball, burn an insane amount of clock. Oh, the power option went backwards. 45-yard field goal is a lot for Matthews. I am going to go for it on 4th and 4. We don't get it. All right. Need a quick stop then from our defense. They're in I formation on 3rd and 6. You know what? If it's a play action, so be it. Send the house. They did pass out of it, but incomplete. Okay. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Slants. Oh, Dennis. Oh, Dennis, my boy. All right, 16-yard completion. That works. Yeah, I mean, if we drive down the field, burn some clock, get in the end zone. There we go. Keaton Pierce, 24-yard run. They need 2 touchdowns in 6.5 minutes. And they punt on 4th and 15. To be fair, I mean, are you really going to go for it? Really? Garrison, a single yard will punt. Hey, and Dakota Lanier gets the pick 6 off the corner route. Thank you, sir. That works. Oh, no. And now he's strip sacked by Nasir Richard. Alfonso Rose recovers. We'll just run the ball a little bit. Burn their timeouts. Dennis Jordan finds the end zone. Okay. So the scoreline for this, I think, is a little bit harsh. It was a lot closer game until the last 10 minutes. You know, it's still a 4-point game with 10 minutes left, and then we just scored 2 ourselves to score. So a bit harsh on them. I think our defense did okay. I think those turnovers at the end definitely helped some of the numbers. Offensively, I mean, Keaton Pierce this time around, he had a good game. Garrison did not. It must be said. Norman again, 100 yards. Look at our boy. He also fumbled, but it's fine. 3 sacks for our defense. Pick 6 from Lanier is awesome. 6 for 6 on extra points, Mr. Matthews was. Yeah, their poor kicker, Rocker Lewis. He missed a couple. All right, we're 4-0. I really wanted Louisville to. I hope Louisville gets back to being ranked by the time we play them. Because our strength of schedule just won't be good, because it looks like Penn State's bad relative to their expectations, too. Oh, my Lord. All right, Davenport and Warren are back, so let's move them. And McCabe had Davenport. Who else was back? Warren. I want him ahead of. Honestly, Yeah, I'll keep it like that and see how I want it. Okay, now who's down for the count? Larry Fisher is out for 2 weeks. Guess what? The red shirt is getting ripped off of Gavin Wren once again. I'm gonna have Reyes be our fourth corner because it looks like he wants more playing time. I assume his cutoff is 30%. So we're gonna see what he can do. And then this means Gavin Wren's gonna get 2 more games, which will be his max. And then I redshirt him the rest of the year. Cool. Well, we move up the rankings to 14, which is nice. Knocking on the door of that top 12. Ooh, Rice is ranked on the back end. That's kind of cool. Oh my. Of course. They hadn't offered him a scholarship yet. Uh, that's so frustrating. And they've already spent, and they've not spent money on him yet, but I mean, I think I may need to spend an insane. I think either I spend in okay, if I spend let's just play this out. So I'm getting 400. They're going to get like 500, which means I'm going to lose 100 per time. And I think he cares about money, but not enough to where that matters. I think I punt on Muhammad, honestly. Like, I don't think we get him. And that's an ace pitch I could be dedicating elsewhere. I mean, if I do my ace pitch and I write him a check for 1 million, that gets me 646, which draws me pretty much even. I'll do that. I'll see how OSU responds and just kind of go from there. The problem with doing that, though, is if he doesn't commit before signing day, then I may need to take an integrity hit to get my money back. That is an issue I might run into. But, that's a problem for future me. Okay, so far, I mean, early returns, we're 4-0. Our defense has been as advertised. I think it must be said. Even though they gave up 27 first half points to Penn State, they also pitched a shutout in the second half. It doesn't look like Pitt is going to be ranked. They're 2-2. They just took a bad loss to Virginia Tech. So, I mean, Louisville, they're also 2-2. They just lost to. Ooh, they have a tough little schedule. And they also face Clemson. Louisville could be ranked again by the time they face us. They have to beat Clemson, though. So, unfortunately, it's looking like the only ranked team we're going to play is Penn State, unless Louisville goes on a run. That does hurt our strength of schedule quite a bit. Quite a bit. But we'll see. Oh, Phoenix Roberts also injured. I'll just drop him all the way down to the bottom. Every wide receiver wants more playing time. Okay, all of you can relax. Caden Arnold has legitimate beef. He's just never set foot on the field this year. All right, Colorado State, you're 2-2. Not bad. Beat Utah State, beat San Jose State. How we looking? Oh no, 132 in rush yards per game. Okay. So their running game is terrible. Their QB is Sean Dorsey, who was their starter last year, and yeah, he was the 20 pick guy. Yep, I remember seeing that, and I was like, that's a high number. So far, though, he's not on pace for 20. He's on pace for less than 10. Must be pretty. Oh no, he threw 20 picks and his accuracy went down. Oh no! Yeah, I feel like if we lose this offense, then we just don't deserve to be in the playoff. I think that's about how it's going to go. I think genuinely, though, the issue that I've now run into because my strength of schedule is going to be worse than last year is to make the playoff. I think I have to go either undefeated or lose to like Louisville. Because if all the other Mountain West teams are around 500, that loss is going to hurt. Hey, UNLV, who'd you lose to? UCF? If you could go on an undefeated run until you play me, I'd be appreciate it. All right, we're projected to win by 12 and a half points. They have 10 recruits visiting, none of whom I am interested in. Very boring. So far in the sim, Fresno State's undefeated against Colorado State, including last year when we eviscerated them 34-9. Although I did make the point of saying this, they got like 100 more passing yards than us, and we just ran the ball, and then defensively pitched very good. So I expect a win. I expect a dominant win, and anything else will be disappointing. We will elect to defer, as is our wont. You want to spread out in the shotgun? Thunder Smoke Blitz. Oh, they did a jet sweep. That's unfortunate for them. I forgot to look if their QB can run. Kendall Vance just sacked him, so maybe not. Dorsey, can you run it all? You did last year, but not this year. Do they have a new head coach? They do not. They've had the same head coach all the way through. Fair enough. All right. Well, pretty good start, if I do say so myself. Y corner, send it. No. Now we have to punt too. Hey, Peyton Hendrickson forces the fumble. Leo Wilkinson recovers and takes it 33 yards for the touchdown. That's another one for the forced fumble count. And that's a lot of money. That's the diamond donor goal. So we really need forced fumbles. We got a first down. That's a good start. The play action boot worked. Are we the best? I really said that and then threw an incompletion. Are we the best? There we go. 21-yard pass. Thank you, sir. Dagger. Didn't work. We take the field goal though. The engage 8 worked. Sorry, Colorado State. We might pitch a shutout. Oh boy, Raymond Norman again. Oh, Duncan is picked by safety Luis Diggs. Fair enough. They convert the 3rd and 10. My calling a contain man coverage there, likely a mistake. Leo Wilkinson tackle for a loss. Okay, well, they only got a field goal out of it, but oh, guys, I'm going for it. I don't care. Send it. There we go. We did goal line offense. They did goal line defense at the 35-yard line. Oh, what a world, huh? What a world. Ian Fox getting involved there, I saw. Man, we have to keep settling for field goals, which is not where I want to be in my life. I'm gonna say keep 2 o'clock on and just run the ball. We're buried too far back, I think. Read option. Ooh, could we have something here? We are at midfield at the 22, at the 12. We might shoot ourselves in the foot here and run out of time. Like that is a possibility. 3rd and 5 at the 7. Do I think we have enough time to run a play? I bet we do. Let's try a quick pass. Slants. Didn't work. Field goal it is. All right. Well, we got the extra points out of it. And we start with the ball, so that helps. A 3 and out does not help. Hashtag analysis. All right, I need to stop doing the contains. I think their QB just isn't going to run. Part of me thought he was because he had such success last year, but I just don't think he does it this year for whatever reason. But they missed a field goal, which is fine. We convert on 3rd and 6. We really needed that because our offense is just struggling right now. There we go. Garrison gets in the end zone. We're up by 20. Oi, okay. They're definitely going to get points here. QB ran it in for a touchdown just after I said, for whatever reason, he's not running. All right. Oi, Duncan got sacked. Yeah, this has not been a good game for him. But, you can't always have good ones. Oh, they did a jet sweep when I did engage 8. They could have taken that to the house if they get around the edge, man. All right, the dive works. We're just going to run the clock out on this drive if we can. 3rd and 6. Still going to run it, in all honesty. Oh, Dennis Jordan got the first down. They did engage 8. They even guessed correctly that we were going to run it, but we still got them. And then, what if I kick a field goal on 3rd down? No. I'll just run it. Oh, we got the first down. Let's take the field goal. Thank you. Let their offense run some plays. And see Richard with the pick at the end. Okay. I mean, that's, again, our defense is our saving grace on a day where our offense didn't really have it. I mean, Duncan, barely 50% passing, threw a pick. Peters did okay, but not anything too crazy. Garrison got a touchdown. Dennis Jordan was actually our best runner. Just kind of wild. Duncan had a decent run in there. Pretty good from the wide receiving group. 2 sacks. The forced fumble, obviously, coming in clutch. And Matthews, 4-4 on field goal. I mean, it's good that we were playing a really bad offensive team that I had to settle for 4 field goals and we still won. Because if that happens, if we're playing, like a better ranked team or even a team like Air Force or San Diego State, I doubt we get the win. Hey, we move up to 11. And Phoenix Roberts is back. My good man. Okay, so Fox is complaining about, so who's leaving? So I'm losing Donahue and Roberts. So Ian Fox, I can just promise a higher snap percentage and he'll be fine. So then it becomes, do I care about losing Grayson Todd or Jaden Arnold? To which I think the answer is just no. I'm going to move Grayson Todd into the 6th spot just for now to see what happens. Any of the corners complaining? No, none of the red shirt corners are complaining, which is good. Yeah, I think Reyes needs 30%. Let me do a quick check-in. Who all is complaining? Wow. So my linebackers. So here's the problem, Nasir and Jared. Look who's ahead of you. No, it's fine. How's Eric been this year? I mean, he's so good in coverage. Like he got such a big coverage boost, which is why I've moved him up. But like Richard is also. Let's do it. I'm sorry, Eric. This is harsh on Eric. I'm gonna move Nasir and Jared up. I saw Byron Short also complaining about playing time, which is a bit annoying, buddy. How many carries did Dennis need? 50? I mean, he already is 37. What I might do is get him his 50 and then play Byron Short for a little bit in that third running back role just to see what he's got. That might be an idea worth pursuing, to be fair. Yeah, Pitt isn't ranked. Man, why'd you have to go and lose to Virginia Tech? Oh, boy. Yep, OSU offered $500,000 to essentially match my pitch. I think here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep in on Ezekiel, see how many points I get for that week 11, and then pull the ripcord. I think that's gonna be my move. Because at this point, I don't want to invest an insane amount of resources into him if I can avoid it. My new question actually is, do I want to keep spending to try to get Moses? I mean, it's week 6. I might as well. Since his recruiting visit is also right now. All right, Pitt. Speaking of which, how you doing? You're 3-2. Defense looks really good. 7th in the country in opposing pass yards per attempt. Top 30 in a lot of other defensive categories. Turnovers, that could come back to bite us. Offensively, though, they're terrible. Not bad in pass yard per attempt, though. Who's your QB, my friends? Andre Young, who was their QB last year, and he got ACC QB of the year. Good for you, sir. Yeah. Okay. That could be something here. We're gonna work on our passing game. I feel like this is turning into last season, where the first half of the season I made the comment that Drew Duncan needs to have a better second half, and then he does. UNLV's 4-1. They're keeping up. They're keeping up with me. We are halfway to our 6 forced fumbles. For those keeping track at home, we have 3. We're projected to win by 14 points. I have 6 recruits visiting. A lot of them I'm chasing, like Brody Stevenson, Moses Liu, Davin Waugh. I'm chasing. And so what I'm essentially doing is, if I don't catch or get close to the front runners after this visit, I may just punt on them and accept that I'm going to take a smaller recruiting class. Last year against Pitt, we won 44-33. That was a really good offensive game. Nice little shootout. We'll see what happens this time around with a better defense on our side. We shall defer to the second half, as is our wont. Lining up in the pistol. Thunder smoke, send it. Yeah, they got 2 yards. Good thing he dropped the comebacker, let me tell you. That could have been disastrous. Oh, they convert on 3rd and 8. How dare they? They convert on 3rd and 9. You stop them on 3rd and 3, though, and they have to settle for a field. All righty. Good kickoff return from Phoenix. The play action is successful. Send it deep. Incomplete. Less than ideal, that. 3rd and 4. I'll run it. A yard, Keaton. All right. Good news, we tied it up. Bad news, we only tied it up. It's about where I'm at. Oh, they converted 3rd and 6. Blitz. There we go. Kendall Vance sacks Andre Young, and they punt. Okay. Good 3rd and 5 conversion. The jet sweep failed us. When has it ever succeeded? Duncan's picked. Pitt was good at getting turnovers. There's that one. There is that one. 3rd and 8. They convert. That was a chance to make it a really long field goal, too. They make the 40-yarder. Okay. Duncan is sacked. Yeah, I'm blitzing. 3rd and 3. Send it. Get him. Sack him. Dah. They got to the outside. How dare they? There we go. Leo Wilkinson with the sack. And Kendall Vance gets the sack again. That hits him out of field goal range. Okay, I'm keeping chew clock on for a couple plays since we're back at our own 8. But if we start moving and shaking, I'm gonna go for it on a 4th and 1. There we go. Garrison gets the 1-yard rush. Let's go up tempo and get some points. Oh, the negative 1-yard run. That hurts. Oh, and he got sacked. Come on, guys. We had the makings of what could have been a good drive there. I'm going to call a timeout just in case we return the punt for a touchdown. We did not. He fair caught it. So we can all then exhale. Oi, and then Phoenix Roberts gets a 57-yard kickoff return. Thank you, sir. Dennis Jordan just got the ball twice in a row. Do I have an injured running back ahead him in the depth chart? Peters fumbled. Guys. That's the 2nd time. Wow, and they're just getting every single 3rd down conversion. We held them to a field goal. Our defense deserves a medal for what they're doing right now because our offense just does not have it right now. My decision to do a read option there, probably poor. Yeah, we have to punt. Oh, boy. They convert the 3rd and 6. They punt. I mean, we're averaging 2.7 yards a rush. That's about the lowest it's been in a long time. Yep, 0 yards. 6 yards ain't bad. All right. Get a 1st down. And Harrison Pearson, savior of the day, over the top. 47-yard touchdown reception. That works. I am not going to blitz on 3rd and 6. I will, however, bring the safety down. They got it anyway. Man, come on. There we go. Parker Williamson heard me. He got the sack. Okay. So our run game has been bad, which has my confidence in us running the ball out kind of low, but we'll try it. There we go. Peters gets the 1st down on 3rd and 2. Okay, let's run the ball a bit more. Kick the field goal. All right, 4-point game. So they need a touchdown. They are out of timeouts. That'll do it. 2 straight incompletions. The last game was a shootout totaling, I think it was like 77 points. This game, defensive showdown. Wow. I mean, the difference really was that we just had that one big play. 47-yard touchdown pass on 3rd and 10 from the 47. That was the difference right there. That was so close for comfort. I mean, credit to the credit to our defense. I mean, they allowed 3 field goals the whole way through, and one of them was off of a turnover. But wow, I mean, Duncan, 16-21, 210 yards, but he did have the pick. Our running backs just struggled mightily. Garrison had 1.7 yards per carry. Pearson got the big touchdown. That was his only catch and target. Our defense got 6 sacks. Good job, D-line, getting involved there. Matthews also made 2 field goals, which is nice. But oh man, that was a close one. That was a close one. I think Pitt essentially just played out the formula for how to beat us, which is keep us out of the end zone, stop the run game. Because, I mean, they were one big play away from that failing. Oh, no. Pittman and Greer go down. Well, Pittman, about that playing time you want. All right, so let's do corner first. Gavin Wren, back to red shirt. And then Fisher goes back up to 4. All right, so Gavin Wren, 4 games of action, 3 tackles, 1 pick, 3 of 9 catches allowed. Not too shabby. Linebackers. So I lose both Greer and Pittman. Wow. That means I'm playing a lot of the young guys. Do I rip the red shirt off of Ricardo Thompson for a couple games? Instead of playing Dylan Pugh? I think I do. So Thompson's going to be 8th over Dylan. Actually, no. Caldwell needs to play. Sorry, Thompson. I got your hopes up. Sorry, buddy. All right, I mean, yeah, Nasir Richards going to be our third linebacker now. But I mean, that really hurts. That's a top 3 linebacker and probably our best depth guy going down. Yeah. We're getting hit with the injury bug a lot this year. Feels rude. Anyway, in the rankings, we move up 1 spot to 10th, as we are 6-0, enjoying life at the moment. Okay, let me look at recruiting visits. So we got 755 for most of them, 855 for Stevenson and Davin, which is nah. I mean, we're still 650 points. So Stanford offered $1 million to Moses. That pretty much takes us out of his race. Yeah, I mean that's that. We're out. I'm pulling the ripcord. I think Moses Liu would have been a nice QB to have in our system, but at that point, I'm gonna have to offer an insane amount of money to him, and I'll let Stanford have him. Cal had their visit for Emmanuel Haynes. Went pretty well. They beat New Mexico. So now we're behind on them, but we also have the 3rd visit, so we'll get a decent amount of points there. I'm gonna keep pace with Ezekiel Muhammad and see what happens in that week 11, but I don't have a lot of hope. Kansas offered money to Moises Myers. How dare you? Going up on Davin Way as clutch. Still ahead on Bowers. Ooh, Missouri had their visit with Jason Walters, the other QB I'm looking at, and they only got 280 points. because they had too many other QB visitors. I don't know why the AI does that. And it feels like they really shouldn't. They've also offered this man 1.2 million. Just kind of crazy. Like he's good. I don't know if he's that good. Oh boy. It's our last game before the bye, right? Yeah. All right, so I'll probably play this game, go through the bye, then that'll be it for this video. San Jose State. How you looking? You're 4-2. You're on a 4-game winning streak, but one of those wins is against FCS team. You have lost my respect. Their prestige is down to a 1. That's not great, though they are on pace to get a bowl game, which that's good. That's good. They're on their second head coach. All right. Here's your QB, San Jose State. Jamison Stone. What a good name. You paid him $1.8 million, and my God, he did not give you a good return on that investment. Sub 60% completion percentage. I mean, this year he's doing okay, but he's still on pace to get even more pick. This is not a good QB. So arm strength is a 98 though. That ain't nothing. All right. Well, we have now a much more limited linebacker room, which could get a little bit worrisome. But other than that, I think we're looking okay. Dennis Jordan needs 10 more carries to get his promise, which is nice. We're going to work on probably running the ball and stopping their downfield passing game, since they're 27th in the country in opposing rush yards per game. Projected to win by 11.5 points. San Jose State has 10 recruits visiting. It's like a couple of whom I'm quote unquote interested in, but it's like, 1,500 points behind. So far, we are 5-0 against San Jose State, including when I beat them last year, 24-9. And Keaton Peters is probably his best game of his career with us. All right. Let's rock. I shall call tails as it never fails. See? We shall defer. Single back ace. You know what that means. Thunder smoke. That could have been terrible if they got that play action off. Oh boy. And 3 and outs for the Spartans. Are they the Spartans? I think. Spartans. Asher Donahue, 26 yards. That works. 2nd and 6 from the 10. They're not expecting this. For good reason. Because it didn't work. Oh, boy. All right, we have to settle for a field goal. Kind of a disappointing end to that drive. They have good field position also. Oh, but they punt. Oh, boy. All right, we got sacked by Isaiah Gill, and we punt. Convert to 3rd and 2. They convert to 3rd and 15. That's what I get for doing cover 4 quarters. I hate that play. All right. Sure, why not? 27 yards, fair enough. Well, we're losing, which less than ideal, obviously. Garrison, though, with a 29-yard rush, to put us back on top. Thank you, sir. Can't believe I did cover 4 quarters. It never works. That's what gets me. 35-yard run by Drew Duncan, and he's tackled at the 1-yard line. Oh, that's so painful. Doing all that and get tackled at the 1. Hey, Peters fumbled. How many? So that's his 2nd fumble this year. He only had 1 all of last year. That's a little bit shaky. They convert the 3rd and 4, and they're in the end zone. 3-point game. I would like to get in the end zone, please. Chew clock is staying on. He's going to run the ball once. Then slants touchdown. Thank you, Garrison. Back up by 10. Man, I was hoping we get a third down stop there because they had to burn 2 of their timeouts. But alas, they get a field goal. Okay. It's not lost on me that Keaton just went backwards against prevent defense. Not lost on me. Play actions finally worked. Okay, so I mean defensively we're doing okay. It's just they're 6 of 10 on third down. That's the only reason they're still in this. Big third down conversion to Pearson there. Second and goal at the 1. Let's just do goal line. Back up by 14. Man, they're just moving. Oh, they dropped a pass on third down and then missed the field goal. That hurts. I feel for you. I really do. All right, let's burn a lot of this clock. Or maybe we'll have such good runs that we just. Oh, never mind. 4th and 1, go for it. Thank you. Slants. There we go. Play action. It works. Dennis Jordan out of the backfield. That should do it. Especially after 3 and out there from the San Jose Staters. That's just their official nickname now. And now we're just going to run the ball, 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 run the ball. Play action. Didn't work. 40-yarder. He makes it. Matthews has yet to miss a kick this year. My decision to redshirt him is paying off. They convert on 4th down. Man. All right. Oh, yeah, I guess the backups were in on that defensive drive, weren't they? Fair enough. We're just going to keep running the ball, get some guys some carries. That'll do it. All right. Well, we went 41-24. I think the defense did pretty good. They went 0 for 3 on their last 3 third downs, which definitely came in clutch. But I mean, they scored 24 points in only 18 minutes of ball. Like they did pretty good against us. Jameson Stone didn't have a great day, but got his touchdown. Drew Duncan looked solid. Also with the big run. Keaton Peters again, man. Less than 4 yards a carry. They stopped Dennis Jordan decently too. Donahue got involved a lot, which is good. He has not had a great year so far. But that is what it is. How'd the defense do? 2 sacks? Who got him? Branch and Hendrickson. That's good for Branch since half my starting linebackers are injured. 2 for 2 on kicks. Thank you, Matthews. Win's a win. There we go. We're up to 9th. I think I lied. I think I might play Nevada here. Oh, we get Mike Greer back after the bye week. Cool. All right. No one wants to commit yet. And the only one that's close is Calvin Medina. Which is kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to get Ezekiel. Looks like to get Stevenson, I have to put some money on the table, which I don't know if I love that idea. I'll think about it, I'll weigh the pros and cons. Stanford had their visit with Nicholas Unger, and they got 500 points. That ain't bad. How far am I ahead on where's our running man, Jason Walters? Oof. Yeah, we should be okay. All right. All right, let's take stock really quick. So promises. Matthews is gonna get his promise. He is also 4 for 4 on medium kicks when his freshman year he was 6 of 11. So that's pretty good. Dennis Jordan is 4 carries away from getting 50. So far on the donor goals, 2 more wins, we get the silver. 3 more forced fumbles, we get the diamond. We're doing well on opposing pass yards, which is good. That San Diego State game is obviously huge because if we lose it, that's $7.5 million we don't get. All right, coach's office. So 6 players have transfer concerns. Walter Leonard being one of them is could sneakily be a problem. See, Carrington is just such a better blocker, though. That's where I'd lose a lot if I. And I'm redshirting Gage Duncan and Keith Montgomery. Hmm. I think I might be fine with letting him walk, to be honest. Leonard. He's a pretty good. Yeah, his catching didn't really move. His pass blocking got 7 better, which is solid. Other than that, Ian Fox, I think I can convince to keep. Dodd and Arnold can leave. Antoine Hyde is just unfortunately lost in this shuffle. How's Shane Murphy been doing? Hmm. I'll have Antonio Hyde be my fourth corner for a little, or fourth safety for a little bit. See how he does. Other than that, I think I'm okay. Byron Short, TBD. I think Byron Short, honestly, I might just let walk because he's kind of in this similar logjam with guys like Dennis Jordan, Johnny Sweetie, Stewart, and Ivy coming off their redshirt years where there just may not be a lot of reps for him. All right, let's advance through the bye. Hey, we move up to 3. That means somebody lost. Yeah, Florida lost to Texas. And they dropped. Illinois lost to Michigan. They dropped. All right. It looks like we had a non-standard bye. Interesting. All right. No one committed that I saw. All right, Malik Greer's back, so he's going up to 3. That drops all those guys. How did Caden Caldwell do in that game? 3 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Not bad. Not too shabby. I think I'll play this Nevada game, and then that will be that for this video. Looks like we have some recruits starting to commit here. I'm so behind on Hayes, man. Is it worth chasing? I don't know. But he's not. I mean, UNLV is still in on him technically, which means I'll get a decent boost from the visit. So, oh, USC. Yeah, they beat Rutgers and they got 800 points for it. So they leap ahead of us for Pierce Red. Okay. I mean, we're falling behind now on a couple guys that we weren't really planning on it. Moises, if you could not commit now when Kansas is probably going to leapfrog me, that would be great. Do I offer money? I mean, 200,000 gets me him, but Hmm. Hmm. Let me look at the running backs again. So, of the two running backs, I'm getting Nehemiah Brewer, and he's better than Moises. So, at that point, I don't think I'm going to invest money in Moises and just, if we get him, great. If we don't, we don't. That's kind of where I'm at. All right. Let's play our game against Nevada. So far, they are 2-5. Their only wins a 4 overtime thriller to Utah State. What a fun one. And then they beat Hawaii. Must have been a nice one. And they've gotten clobbered elsewhere. Looks like they're one of the worst teams in the country running the ball. One of the worst teams in the country just defensively. This should be a massacre here. They got a good quarterback, obviously, Jackson Hale, who faced us last year. How did he do against us last year? 12-21, one pick, and had a QB sneak. Not too not too good. I mean, he's on pace to get about the same numbers as he did last year with a few more touchdowns. All right. I mean, listen, they're a bottom 6 in rush yards per game. They're bottom 5 in opposing pass yards. So we're going to work on our passing and stopping their passing because they're 15th in the country in pass yards per game. They're going to throw it 50 times, come what may. We are number 1 in the country in opposing yards per game. Thank you. Thank you. Nevada has 6 players visiting, one of whom I'm quote unquote interested in. That's about it. So far in the sim, Fresno's beaten Nevada every time they played, including last year where I crushed them 41-10. Drew Duncan had one of the best games of his career. So a similar effort here would be lovely. And tails once again. It's been tails, I think, 6 out of 8 times, if my memory serves, which it probably doesn't. DB Blitz. Good thing he dropped it, or else that could have been a catastrophe. Boy, they converted the deep ball on 3rd and 9. I'll switch to a zone. All right, they have to punt. Let us see what we can do here. Send it. It worked. Seems. Yeah, I think the only way Nevada wins this game is if they get really lucky on defense and they have a lot of big plays. Because if they pass a ball a lot, odds are they're going to get them. But Garrison, I'm going to need you not to go backwards, please. There we go. Simon Carrington with the touchdown pass. We're up 7-0. And a 3-and-out from them. Not where you want to be in life. Hashtag analysis. Yeah, I think running the ball is going to be especially important here. I'll do a QB sneak just to try to leave them as little time as possible. Pass the ball around as they have to punt once again. Early returns. Looks like we're going to be just fine. The read option didn't work. Play action boot wheel. That worked. Harrison Pearson back of the end zone. We're up 21-0. Start the buses, guys. Oh, I say that and they get 24 yards. Okay, I was a little preemptive on start the buses. I'm going goal line. There we go. Nasir Richard with the tackle for loss. We hold him to a field goal. Just going to run the ball here. Well, no, it's 3rd and 10. I'll chuck it deep. Same result, to be fair. Call timeout just in case we return the punt for a touchdown. We do not. I mean, yeah, we're up 21-3. Take that. You like it. Very just. Boring game of football thus far. Oh, we have to punt. Uh-oh, Nevada is driving. They're moving. They're shaking. They really like their empty shotgun sets, don't they? Because it works as they get to the 6. But they have to settle for another. It's a lot of points they're leaving on the board. But hey, I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to keep running the ball. Fourth quarter begins. Drew Duncan runs it in off the option. That works. Uh-oh. Our defense is starting to collapse. Never mind, we held them to a field goal that they then missed. All right, one more score and the backups come in. Garrison went backwards. And then he only got one when he needed two. Sorry, backups. All right, the backups are now in. Let's see what we can do here. Can we convert the third down? Yes, we can. Ian Fox, 22-yard pass. Nevada using their timeouts. Don't quite know why, but I am not going to question it. 3rd and 7, and you think I'm not going to try curls? Come on. Hey, it worked. And then Caden Arnold over the top. Jade Miles getting the touchdown. That'll be that. And Braden Ray has got a pick on the final Hail Mary. Well, we stopped their passing game dead. They did get 220 yards, so credit to them, but it took 40 attempts to do it. I'm not that mad about it. We held them to 4-12 on 3rd down. We were 8 of 11. Really, really good day. Drew Duncan, 12-18, 115 yards, 2 touchdowns. Miles, 4-5, 6 yards, 1 touchdown. That plays. Dennis Jordan has gotten his carries on the year, so that promise is set. So I think I'm going to give Byron Short some run as our 3rd running back just to see what he can do. I'm leaning towards letting him transfer out, but we'll see. We shall see. Our ranking goes unchanged. He threw how many picks? That says 8. Oh no, this poor guy. He never saw a single snap for 4 years at Louisville. He finally starts and he just throws 18 picks. Oh no. Oh no. That's unfortunate. All right, so that'll be the last game I play. I mean, looking at this here, it's looking pretty good. I'm just gonna move Short into the 3rd spot before I forget. And I mean, if you had told me that through 8 games this year we'd be 8-0 with, obviously you take that. I mean, the highlight clearly, the 21 unanswered points against Penn State, shutting them out in the entire second half, coming back and taking it at the death. That was amazing. Like, that's one of the better games I think I'll ever play. How it's not a classic, I don't know, but it's not. And yeah, I mean, at the moment, we're ranked 6th, doing pretty good, on pace to make the college football playoff. Our strength of schedule is a 73 right now, so it's honestly not that terrible. Our remaining games, home to Air Force, who are 5-3, home to Louisville, are 4-4, at San Diego State, also 4-4, and then home to UMLV. Looks like they've taken a couple losses. Unfortunate for them. But yeah, I mean, we're on pace to win our division. UNLV is doing pretty good, so there's a non-zero chance it comes down to that final game if they also win out. We'll see how that looks, but really, really happy with how this year has gone. I think missing the playoffs last year sucked. I still don't know why we did, looking at the numbers, but an undefeated season would be a pretty good indication of just where we're at. Um, so that'll help. We've gotten also really unlucky with injuries. I mean, we've had multiple corners, linebackers, defensive linemen injured. So that part has been a little shaky, but overall, really happy with how we played so far. And then we will see next stream how we do. The next stream won't be until um, sometime next week, I would wager, and we'll finish up 2029, which will be the 6th year of the save. See how we do. Hopefully, we finish strong, make the college football playoff, and see what this team is made of. But thank you all for watching, whether live or on the VOD. Those of you on YouTube, special shout out. The views that this series has gotten compared to the last series have been really, really good. So thank you for your continued support there. But I will see you all next time.